What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx. Today I'm going to be reacting to My Strange Trip to Europe with TimTom by Jane Animations. Now, I don't know what to expect. Hopefully it's going to be quite awesome. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Jane Animations. The original link's in the description. And without any further ado, let's begin.
So I went to Europe, and I wasn't planning on making a video about it, but so much dumb, crazy stuff happened.
You weren't planning on making a video about it? Really? Be quiet! I mean, I'd be making a video on that. I've never been to Europe. That'd be awesome. However, I mean, I don't do well in public and leaving home. Oh, I'd probably be a nervous wreck at that point. Maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to film that. I don't know, but it would be a crazy experience that I think documenting would be something that you'd want to do.
I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a video, isn't it? This was my first time flying on my own, so I was nervous and not really knowing what to expect. I pretty much did everything right, except when they were boarding the plane, I didn't hear them call my zone, so I went up to the desk guy and was like, excuse me, did you already call zone 3? And he was like, yes. So, should I get on the plane? Yes. Okay. I was scared they wouldn't let me on the plane because I didn't get on at the right zone boarding time, but yeah, I guess it doesn't matter too much as long as you just get on. Also, I was flying Delta, so I wasn't scared of being beat up and kicked off. The flight was a layover.
Oh!
That landed in Minneapolis, and it ended up actually being early, so we had to wait for a gate to open up. And after a while, I overheard one guy say to his wife, I feel like the plane should pay us $10 for every minute we're late. He was probably just getting antsy, but we were 15 minutes early, so would he have to pay the airport
You were early and he was getting mad? That's kind of weird.
$150. Also, I was meeting up in Minneapolis with my YouTube friend TimTom because flying for 8 hours on your own isn't very fun. It was the first time we met IRL, and he's super cool. And tall. He's really tall for a marshmallow. On our flight, there were a bunch of funny things we entertained ourselves with, one of which included Tim being a nerd and hacking one of the little airport app games with a program he made on his computer to cheat and give him all the answers. It was the one that gives you a random assortment of letters and you have to make all the words you can out of them. So we got to Amsterdam after a long flight, and you know, I never really understood jet lag until then. Every emotion is like exponentially enhanced. We were tired, things were dizzy, our brains didn't work, everything was hilarious. We were so hungry.
It sounds kind of fun, actually. Well, I mean, not the brain's hurting, but if everything's funny, you'd think it would make things a little bit better, right?
That when we got something to eat, it was like the friggin' best thing we've ever and will ever have in our lives.
Are you sure this was jet lag and not something else? Where'd you guys say you landed? Amsterdam? Isn't, you know what, legal there?
Even though it was just a dumb bagel. And it didn't help that everything was in a language that we didn't understand. Dutch is probably, to an English speaker, one of the weirdest languages to look at. It looks just enough like English at a quick glance, but then you stop and try to read it, and it's like, wait, something's not making sense here. What are you even trying to communicate here? It looks like—
Yeah, it does. It looks exactly like English, except for someone just started bashing a keyboard. That's awesome.
Like a 2-year-old just smacked a keyboard a bunch of times.
Hey,
now here's the story that'll live on in infamy. The rice cooker incident. So to try and save money and think ahead, I decided to buy a travel rice cooker to be able to make some quick meals in the hotel room in case we can't find food sometime during the trip. We picked up a few groceries, and when we got back to the room, we realized the hotel didn't give us anything. There wasn't a fridge, there wasn't water, we didn't have a chair, the frickin' shower didn't even have—
You didn't have a chair? You didn't have a What kind of hotel did you guys stay in? You didn't have a chair. A chair. You could go to like one of those places that sell used furniture and stuff and get a chair for like $5 or something. This hotel didn't have a chair in it? That is hard to believe.
Have a door to it. So there were two problems at hand.
Wait,
First
what?
is the hotel didn't give us anything. There wasn't a fridge, there wasn't water, we didn't have a chair, the frickin' shower didn't even have a door to it. So there were two problems at hand. First of all, what are we gonna do with all this produce without a fridge? And second,
You gotta eat it now.
how are we gonna prepare it? We started trying to get innovative and think of things in the room we could cut produce with. What if we sharpen our credit cards? But we ended up going down to the lobby and stealing a butter knife. I don't know how people can rob banks and jewelry stores, dude, because taking that butter knife was enough to make me break into a nervous sweat. And literally, no one cared if it was gone. It's probably a bit of a time saver for them because it's one less stitch to clean. We got back to the room without being caught because we're master heist planners, but noticed wait, we don't have anything to cut stuff on. So then we had to be even more resourceful.
There was no, oh that's right, there's no chair, so I assume there's no desk, because if you had a desk, you'd have a chair to sit at. What kind of hotel is this? What are they doing over there in Amsterdam?
And use a tour guide coupon booklet they gave us as a makeshift cutting board. It was the most scrappy, sad kitchen setup probably ever.
Wait, so they gave you a table? Because that's what you were cutting it on. I mean, if they gave you a table, you just clean the table first and then cut on the table.
Tim tweeted a picture of it.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
do have a
Gordon
table.
Ramsay. Some people probably would have given up at this point and said it wasn't worth it, but it was too late to go back. We stole for this meal. We were in too deep. After laboring for way too long over cutting onions and peppers with a dull butter knife on a soggy tour guide that got shredded paper on everything, it was finally time to plug in the rice cooker and make everything worth it. We put all the ingredients in the cooker, plugged it into the wall, and all the power went out. Uh-oh.
What?
We blew the room's fuse. The little rice cooker was too powerful for Europe, I guess. Tim and I shuffled down to the front desk and were like, so, all our lights went out, and yeah. They were really apologetic, even though we were kind of the ones who stole a butter knife from them and used it to blow their room fuse, and ended up transferring us to one of their comfort suites. At first,
a comfort suite. So that's like top of the line stuff, right? I don't know, I don't leave the house. But it sounds as if it's top of the line. So you'd think they would have a kitchen or something, right?
we're like, ooh. But it was pretty much the exact same thing, but with a bit more space, a chair, and a smaller window.
Hey, you got a chair. That is a luxury.
And still no door to the shower. Also, life hack? Use a tiny rice cooker to blow a hotel fuse and get transferred to a comfort suite for free. After all that, we were definitely not gonna risk blowing another fuse, so we had to get rid of the evidence by flushing the ingredients down the toilet.
What?
We didn't deserve to be in that hotel. Our only other option, other than just starving to death, was trying to find random food places on our own. It was my job.
What do you mean you didn't deserve to be in that hotel? I don't think the hotel deserved to have you guys in it. Like, you telling me they don't have a friggin' mini fridge? And that your first place didn't even have a friggin' chair? I'm getting worked up over the fact that this hotel doesn't have anything in it that makes it a hotel except for a bed.
Job to find places to eat, and was pretty much dragging Tim to these obscure places that you'd normally try to avoid. I was using this app that showed where food spots were, but it took us to really random hole-in-the-wall places that, like, no one's ever heard of. Tim probably thinks I'm a total weirdo. He was trying to be nice and all, oh yeah, this place is interesting, as we, like, sat on a bench with no shoes eating lukewarm vegetable quiches. Anyway, we were there for VidCon Europe. I don't know if you picked up on that or not. I was invited to be a moderator on an animation panel with Swoozie, Tomska, and this really nice girl Dida. Since I'm a nervous wreck when it comes to these things, I accidentally dragged Tim into areas he wasn't allowed because he didn't have a speaker pass. I was just ruining everything for him. But the panel was a lot of fun, and I didn't mess it up for everyone else, so that's a relief. After VidCon, we decided to visit Paris, since it's like right there. But we had a hard time getting there, and I got kicked out of the train station bathroom because I didn't know how anything worked and was an idiot. And when we actually got to Paris, we were scammed immediately. But besides all that...
Really? You're... Really? I want to hear that story. I want to hear that story, how you were scammed as soon as you got to Paris.
It was great. Paris is, like, way prettier than you would think. Like, everything's so pretty, it looks fake. But it's not. Because it's Paris. While we were walking to the Eiffel Tower, there was this sketchy street lady who was playing this cup game with tourists. We were watching.
Oh boy, that's a scam right there. The cup game, that's a classic scam. That's like one of the oldest scams in the book. I don't know if I'd say it's a scam, but they're so good at doing the cup swapping around that it should be considered one.
Watching her for a bit, and then she looks up to me and goes, "You play." And I was like, no. Oh god, confrontation. And then she said some gibberish and just handed me €100 and was like, "Your money." What? Your money. My money? No, my money.
What?
What do you want from me? I still have no idea what happened. So the last day of our vacation, we were winding down from all the adventures we had, but I had one mission. Redemption. I wanted to find one final restaurant that wasn't weird to make it up to Tim because I'm a horrible friend who
They have McDonald's there, don't they?
drags people to weird hippie places. Over the whole trip, I'd say the majority of the places I tried to find were not great. Like, not bad, but if it was put into test scores and I had to show the graded paper to my parents, they wouldn't have been happy.
Don't they have like Yelp reviews or Google reviews or something where you can go and see what other people think of the restaurant before visiting it. I mean, that might help you make better decisions.
I sifted through the app for way too long, focusing harder than any average person should have. I just wanted a normal place. This was my last chance. The standards were already low. It literally just had to not be weird. I pick one out. We walk over to it, and as soon as we step 1 foot into the place, a lady comes up to us and goes, "We only have 2 meals left. Sit down and we'll make them for you." Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think you probably should leave at that point. We only have 2 meals left. Sit down and we'll make them? Like, what?
How crazy coincidental is that? We walk in and they just happen to have exactly 2 meals left. We're 2 people. The meals were just waiting for us. It was almost fate. We had no idea what we ate. It was still weird. Tim definitely still thinks I'm a weirdo. Going to Europe.
Why didn't you look on like Google or Yelp for reviews of restaurants nearby or whatever, and then go to the ones that are rated the highest? That would save you a lot of problems. Or McDonald's. They have to have McDonald's in Paris, don't they? I don't know, but you would think they would. McDonald's are everywhere. Just go to McDonald's. At least there, you know that you probably aren't gonna get food poisoning. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I want to hear a story of how she got scammed as soon as she went to Paris. Like, how do you get scammed that fast? Was it like a taxi driver scam where they take you and they keep on making the wrong turns just to charge you more or something? I don't know. I wish you would elaborate more on that. But anyway, if you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, plus share with friends the video, subscribe to join the family. Also, make sure you guys go subscribe to Jane Animations. And that being said, see you guys next time.